cash on my cash stack. High yields on stable coins, yeah, that's where my bag at. All I really need is Wi-Fi, get money on DeFi, mega cash on MetaMask. You better run when the runners run, show you how to get your money up. Dollar inflated like bubble gum, markets are jumping like double dutch. Buying up gold till I get a ton, crypto, yeah, I got some. You better run when the runners run, you better run when the runners run.
Welcome into all the runners. It's Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. Gold hits another all-time high. The runners are crushing it in crypto. And as always, I got my good brother here, Two Bricks, Ricardo Hamilton, a.k.a. Mims, making it make sense. What's going on, bro?
Man, we fired up, bro. We fired up, bro, because we're in the right position ahead of time.
Yes,
amongst
sir.
all the chaos. Some people are worried, don't know what to do, and we've been leading people in the right direction the whole time. Yeah, brother. Precious metals breaking out. Good time to be alive.
Man, this is it. What a great week. So many great calls in the Runners app. We had a couple calls on base that just in the last week doubled, two of them that I put in the Runners Telegram group. And here's the big news, guys, okay? We want to see as many people win as possible. So we are shifting gears from the app that we've been using to going to a SKOOL community. That's SKOOL. Okay, this is one of the best online platforms to organize and help educate people. So you will find that link down below. And I'm going to be dropping some mad knowledge in there about gold and silver, different cryptocurrency plays that I'm doing, other stuff in DeFi. Right now, I have my top DeFi play in there only. It's not on my YouTube or Facebook. It's only in SKOOL. So make sure you guys join that if you want to start winning with us like we're doing every day. But anyways, bro, I mean, the markets are going crazy for gold. And tonight we're going to kind of look at the historical aspects of it and what is going on in the economy, with people finally realizing, as we've been preaching forever, is that they actually need real money. So Mims, gold at 2363, a market cap of 15.8 trillion. Wow. And I just remember us for talking for 3-4 years, and gold was stuck at like a $13 trillion market cap for so long. Yeah. Your take just on how huge this is before we get into the details.
Yeah, I mean, it's so important because, financial literacy is key. And they say about 60% of Americans, they lack financial literacy. And most importantly, people need to understand why gold is going up and what is it an indicator of, and what really is gold? Is it an investment? Is it, just something that it's a rock, or does it have utility? Is it something that, the global economy relies on? People don't really even understand the importance of gold and silver. And this is why, what we do and what we've been sharing is so powerful, because we're helping people understand these assets, why they need them. And we've been putting people in position to win. And you're seeing it right now. I mean, gold and I'm telling you right now, folks, even though we're excited about, $2,363 gold, this is nothing.
No,
I'm just telling you right now, the prices for these metals have been massively suppressed for decades by central banks and banks like JP Morgan. Okay, it's documented, it's well known. So I want you to understand something, that these prices are still a bargain.
Oh yeah,
quite frankly, for gold and silver. And so if you're watching this and you're starting to feel it, it's not too late. It's still available. It's still affordable. And this is the time to start accumulating even more of these assets.
And what I always like to point out, right, is then we have, the big tech stocks, Microsoft, Apple, NVIDIA, and Google. All of those four companies need silver. Without silver, Microsoft, Apple, NVIDIA, and Google really would not exist, because we wouldn't have the infrastructure, the computers, the cell phones, the processors. And then you get into oil, right? Well, oil is, we're moving towards electric vehicles. What do electrical vehicles need? Silver. What do solar panels need? Silver. What has over 10,000 uses in the world today? Silver. That's why silver is at the number 8 market cap, still massively undervalued. The most undervalued asset in the planet is silver at 1.5 trillion market cap. over $28 spot price. So I'm glad I've been buying. So we've been buying silver. The whole team's been buying silver like crazy the last 6 years.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin took a little dip today, down 3%. So Bitcoin and silver keep trading back and forth. Mems, anything you want to add? Just, as we just kind of look at the top 10 market caps here, the three things we always preach, guys: gold, silver, crypto, Bitcoin, 3 of the top 10, and we can take possession and ownership of it. We don't got to send our money to Wall Street to buy these products.
Yeah, it's important to help, put it in perspective, because what you're seeing here is a shift in the economy, in the way the monetary system works. The monetary system, at present and before is a debt-based system. It worked off the creation of dollars. That was what was value, and they suppressed and manipulated the price of assets. But now we're going into an economy. It's backed by the assets, backed by the resources. That is what's going to support, currencies. That is what's going to support the value, of the money, of currency. Right now, the dollar is just a piece of paper. It's backed by nothing. They just print it up. It used to be backed by gold and silver, no longer backed by gold and silver. So it's a credit and debt-based system. Well, that's changing over, right? Because they've created too much debt. It's a debt bubble. It's a loss in confidence in the debt-based fiat credit system. So where is the credit and debt and money going into? Assets. And because there's so much debt, because they print so much dollars and paper, right, and add digits to the screen, there's inflation. And that's why people find it harder and harder to maintain their status of living. That's why gas prices goes up. That's why the cost of living goes up. That's why, your dollars are purchasing less, because they print more. But that's why it's so important that you save in assets, because they are a hedge against the inflation. They account for the massive printing of these assets. Now, they've been manipulating the price of these assets down, gold and silver, but we're seeing the shift happen, and we're starting to see these assets move in the proper trajectory and price target that they should be at, which is much higher than where it is.
Yeah, 100%. And again, guys, I just want to point out, I made it very clear that I was shifting a lot of my wealth into Ethereum, because I think it's super undervalued in the cryptocurrency space. Most people don't even know what Ethereum is. It's literally the world's biggest supercomputer that so much is run on in crypto. Really, about 70% of crypto is on Ethereum. They will probably get an ETF approved here soon. But again, Ethereum is just behind MasterCard, Vanguard, S&P 500. They're above Samsung, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, Home Depot. And again, it's just so undervalued, guys. And the fact that you can just earn passive income from holding Ethereum, I think, is huge. And then we show you guys how to even get what's called an airdrop, where I'm just holding Ethereum and we're going to get more free money using a new ecosystem called Blast. So again, guys, join the SKOOL community down below with the runners if you want to learn about cryptocurrency. I know people keep hitting me up every day. I'm going to try to streamline that into the SKOOL, because I just don't have time to meet with everyone one-on-one who wants to get started. But I appreciate you guys trying. Athena was a big brand new token this week. Came out at about 75 cents. Has done really well, 54%. The Ton coin, I have not gotten in, but I should have. I knew I should have. That is Telegram's coin. Had a big week, 37%. Already a Bitcoin layer 2. BitSensor Tau is probably the #1 AI crypto play. I did not get into that or as early as I should have, but I'm getting those tokens like OPSEC that are working with BitSensor. That's what we're kind of teaching you guys to do. So one of the ETFs sold a bunch of Bitcoin in the last day, which is why we had this crypto dip.
Yeah. There's a lot of different, sectors and avenues to invest in, when it comes to the crypto space. So, find something that you like, keep track of it, its developments, where it's going, its partnerships, its use case. That's the best way to do it. Generally when people go to stocks, they get a mutual fund or they'll go to Fidelity and have somebody do the trading for them. But in crypto, you want to keep track of the projects and what they're doing in this space, the sector that they're in. But it'll change your life, greater than what stocks, would, because you're just so early in the technology and in the growth of this sector. I mean, there's only, like I said, 20% of people in the US that are in crypto. There's only 4% worldwide. Central banks are just starting to adopt, their own use of blockchain for global payments and things of this nature. So it's still early, folks. I know some people are like, well, Bitcoin is at 80, 70,000 or whatever it is. And Ethereum's, 3,000-4,000 and things of this nature, but you are still early. And the thing is that the trajectory is high. The trajectory is that it's still going to go up, while the trajectory for the dollar and the purchasing power of the dollar is going to continue to go down. So anything at this point, is better than holding dollars.
Right.
Yeah.
And just a mindset thing, guys, here, rather than just saying, well, what's going up, flip this and say, what is down? Okay. So for me, SUI, great buy right now. I love SUI. I'll show you guys in the runners SKOOL community how I'm farming a SUI USD position, making about 300% APY. I think Pith right now is a great buy, a steal at 76 cents. Pith is an oracle that takes data from the real world, puts it on the blockchain. It's basically the second biggest oracle behind Chainlink, and Pith is super up and coming, and you can stake it and get lots of airdrops. Solana is a great buy right now. It's probably because you can't even use the network. Celestia is a great buy at $11, and Chainlink at 17. If you're not sure what to buy, guys, just buy Chainlink. Okay, that's like the safest play I think there is, with huge upside potential still. I mean, Chainlink is working with Visa and huge, international big corporations. So I think they're going to be here for a long time. But Mims, you brought this up, right? Is the inflation. Everyone knows about inflation now. We used to try to teach people about it and they'd look at us like all weird, like, I don't know what you mean. What is inflation? Okay. But now everyone knows what inflation is. Okay. Because they're actually experiencing it every single day. And we're not going back to 1972 to try to explain to you what inflation is. We can look at literally the last 4 years from 2020, because $100, okay, has basically gone down to 80, right? So meaning, like, if you had $100 in your bank account in 2020, you still have $100 in your bank account in 2024, but what does that $100 buy? Okay. It only buys 80% of what it did just 4 years ago. So just holding on to dollars, you lost 20% in 4 years. Congratulations, you played yourself. Mims, make it make sense.
Yeah, I mean, that was well put.
I don't think you can make that make sense.
No, you played yourself, all right. I mean, it's not your fault. The education system, they made sure that people didn't understand how money works. Yep. They made sure that you didn't understand the difference between simple interest and compound interest. They made sure that you didn't understand the difference between earned income, passive income, and residual income. They barely wanted you to understand how to do your taxes, but people are waking up now. They're becoming more financially literate because they're forced to say, what the heck is going on? And a lot of people woke up, in 2008, where the average person who was doing it right, just working their job, contributing to their 401k, trying to do it the right way, and they got screwed, and Wall Street got bailed out. And they're saying, what's going on here? And so now people are starting to see the inflation, especially. And now people are saying, well, hold on, they have to do something different because it's really affecting their quality of living, their lifestyle. And this is why this information is so important, because this is the solution. There are only so many things that you can do right now. You know what I mean? You have to convert liabilities into assets. Your dollar is a liability. You have to convert into assets, gold, silver, crypto. You have to create multiple streams of income, an additional stream of income. And I tell people all the time, if you're relying on one stream of income, you're a disaster waiting to happen. And so we've been telling people to save in gold and silver. And even in hard times, you got some real money that you can rely on to get you over the hump until that cash flow or income starts to kick back in. But yeah, if you saving dollars, you're losing. You don't save dollars.
Here, 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 here.
I
right,
like that.
so-
I like that. That might be better than Don DeMarco right there.
We need to get that sound sound clip.
Yeah.
The clank clank.
Yeah.
So, and guys, if you're watching right now, okay, I need you guys to like this video. I need you to put some comments in here. I need you to share this out. Okay, we are shadow banned. We are suppressed by the Facebook and YouTube algorithms. They don't want people knowing this. So unless you guys are liking this, interacting with it, less people are going to see it. So if you want people to become free and get financial freedom and get out of the system and decentralize everything with gold, silver, and crypto, okay, like this, share it out, drop us some comments, let us know what you're thinking, and we'll see if we can break through this algorithm. Now, guys, here's where this comes into play. I want you to pay attention here. Costco selling as much as 200 million in gold bars monthly, Wells Fargo estimates. Okay, wow. This is in CNBC on Tuesday, April 9th. Gold has turned into money for Costco, where yellow metal sales begun last year have turned into a cash cow for the big box retailer. In fact, sales are so brisk that analysts at Wells Fargo expect revenue may now be running at 100 million to 200 million a month, a rapid acceleration since bullion hit the Warehouse Club late in 2023. So think about this, guys. People are going to Costco to buy gold and silver. Costco is making millions of dollars from them buying they do gold and silver at Costco. Yeah. Why not you? Why don't you have your own gold and silver business where you can simply refer people to get gold and silver delivered to their door, where you are making the money, where you are making the cash flow, so that you're able to get more assets like gold, silver, and crypto, or live your life for whatever you want. So this is like, Mims, I need your help here. I need people to understand why a home-based gold and silver business, where again, people can get gold and silver cheaper than what they can at Costco. Yeah. Mims, we still got to get you standing outside of a Costco handing out some flyers or something at some point, because these people are just overpaying for this stuff at Costco right now.
You just took the words right out of my mouth, because that's exactly what I'm about to say. At this point, I'm going to stand outside and just, say, hey, don't overpay for gold and silver at Costco. Okay, we got a better option for you. It's an indicator. People obviously want gold and silver. They're overpaying for it at Costco. And also, obviously, there's a market of people who want to get gold and silver. What better business to have than your product being an asset that's in high demand? And you have the ability to provide that asset to them, all right, gold and silver. And we have the companies that help you do that, and at a better price than Costco. So it's very possible, okay, the weather is getting warm out here. You might see me doing a live stream in front of Costco with some type of a sign letting people know, hey, do you know Costco sell gold and silver? Do you buy silver from Costco? Would you like to get it at a cheaper price than where you're buying it at Costco? And see how that works. I think I'm going to do that. That would be very interesting to see the response. But I have a business and I help people get gold and silver at a better price, and I get paid for that. I create a significant residual passive income, and everybody has the ability to do that, but wow, I mean, Costco, congratulations to them for being one of the first major retailers to do that. That was very smart, very wise business decision. And the people who are getting the gold and silver from Costco, good for them. They're hedging against inflation. They're building wealth. They're securing their financial future. And articles like that are just showing you just how in tune people are to getting gold and silver, and how much opportunity there is to help people get these assets. But those are huge numbers. I mean, 100 million to 200 million a month. We can get a piece of that.
Yeah,
you can get a piece of
that. That's where it's at, guys. Is you have to have cash flow. And I'm just looking here, Mims. Gerald, good question there. So whoever shared this with you or put this in front of you, contact them. If you're watching this on Ricardo's Facebook, message him. Or if you're watching on mine, message me. We want to keep this as educational as possible. We'll do all that business stuff later. But right now, we really just want to get the message out about people getting as much gold and silver, real money as possible. But I want to show you some here, Mims. Costco is selling 1 ounce bars made of nearly pure 24 karat gold. While the price is not disclosed online to non-members, it's estimated that the product generally sells for about 2% above the spot price, which as of Tuesday morning was around $23.57. That would put the price at Costco just more than $2,400 for an ounce of gold. I'm looking at where we get our gold, and I can get, what's the cheapest one? $2,355. We can get an ounce of gold right now. So that's beating Costco by about $45.
Yeah.
I think that's the cheapest one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, Costco will never beat our prices because Costco does have to put a little premium on there to make some type of money on the product. They're moving mass amount of volume, you know what I mean? So that's where that's why they can cut it down a little bit, but they still have to charge something. Where we're getting it and the opportunity that you have to do it as a home-based business as well, we're offering people the same thing Costco's offering, except at a cheaper price. And we'll deliver it to them. And it's international. And we can make significant income doing it, sharing people how to get it. Yeah, man, I'm excited because it just makes sense to have a home-based business. For tax advantages and all that, home-based business where your product is this gold and silver. I accumulate my product, I'm getting paid. I help other people get the product, I get paid, and I'm helping secure my wealth and everybody else's wealth who decides to get it. And it's a beautiful thing.
That's it, guys. It's that simple. Gold to surge to 2,500, UBS predicts. As the price of gold climbed to a new all-time high on Monday, strategists at UBS said there was good reason to expect the price to continue rising. The rally of around 13% so far in 2024 as the market responds to geopolitical risks and the effect of renewed inflation risk on Federal Reserve rate expectations has been unusual, said the UBS Chief Investment Office team. Surprisingly, the rally has evolved without support from the traditional source of exchange-traded funds, but still rallied faster and more forcibly than even bullish forecasters expected earlier in the year. So can you believe it, guys? The experts were wrong again. The runners were right again. The usual ETF buyers have even remained net sellers, UBS noted, with ETF holdings of gold standing at a 4-year low. So what they're basically saying is the people that are manipulating it and trying to keep the price down are still trying to do that because they don't want the price to go up. But they're losing because the average ordinary people who go to Costco to buy all this gold and silver have finally gotten the message. The dollar is dying. It's going to continue to decline. And I have to do something out of the ordinary to preserve my wealth. Mims, anything you want to add to the UBS prediction?
Yeah, well, gold is going to go way higher. Okay. I'm seeing minimum 10,000, 20,000. We're going to see gold. And those are minimums. Those are really modest numbers. The other thing is that, when we're looking at the suppression of gold and things of this nature, understand something. A lot of the dynamics that we like about crypto, like Bitcoin, there's only 21 million. There isn't more of it being mined. It comes to a supply and demand factor. And when it comes to metals, it's essentially the same thing. There isn't that much of it. Okay. They have been manipulating the price of it for so long. And, some people might remember there was a silver squeeze, and things of this nature. We could see, as this continues to accelerate, because there are a lot of people who know gold and silver are real money, but they also know the rigging and manipulation was there. So they stayed away from it. If they start to see that they're losing the control to be able to rig and manipulate, this thing is going to take off, because traditional investors, crypto investors, they come in to get some gold and silver because a lot of people don't have it because it was just something that, wasn't attractive and was not attractive on purpose because it was being rigged and manipulated down. So, we could see, that's why I tell people, look, get it now. Don't think that you're going to always be able to buy silver. These are strategic metals. There's not that much of it. All right. It'll get to a point where dealers aren't selling it, or it could get to the point where you're just priced out.
Yeah.
You just priced out. But luckily, even in those scenarios, the companies that we deal with, we've always had it, and we always got it delivered, and we still got paid for sharing. So definitely make sure you reach out to me or Mike or whoever shared this video with you, because more than likely they are in position, and we are in position to give you a link to one of the best companies, actually the best company on the planet. We found it. And there was some, and I'm gonna say this, there were some dealers that we were dealing with before that we no longer deal with because they don't offer the value. And that's what it's coming down to. We look for value to serve our community, and we're looking for the best options for our community. So there's some dealers that we used to recommend that we don't even deal with and won't even recommend anymore because there's a much better option for people. So definitely make sure you guys reach out to us and make sure that we're still recommending the best option, recommending that option that you got involved in the beginning.
As you always say, the only thing constant is change.
Yeah.
And if a company, is not doing the right thing, overcharging people, we're going to make sure that we move on and find better deals for our community.
Yep.
Now, UBS, I think, is late to the party saying it's only going to be 2,500. It's like, it's already 2330 something. Like, it's going over 25, bro. Like, wake up. So from Forbes, gold could rush all the way to $3,000 an ounce, with silver following. From Tim Treadgold. I don't know if that's his real name or he just made that to sound cool.
It might be
about gold.
It's like silver.
Yeah, gold's rushed to a new all-time high of $23.47 an ounce earlier today, up $97 in a week, is starting to split opinions about what comes next, with optimists seeing $3,000 an ounce within reach, while pessimists believe there's a correction coming. The prize for biggest bull in room is shared 3 seasoned players in the game of gold price forecasting, with Citi, an investment bank, Rosenberg Research, and Yardini Research all tipping a continued rise to $3,000 an ounce. So we have 3 investment firms saying they are seeing $3,000 an ounce coming. Go ahead.
Yeah, while you find that, I see pandemonium coming. I'm telling you, it's like when there's smoke, there's fire. Imagine a crowded room and somebody, says there's a fire or something like that, and everybody's going crazy. Well, that's what's about to happen to the metals market. I'm just telling you, right now, this thing is so ripe to explode when people really understand the value of silver, that silver is 50% from its all-time highs, and where gold is going. And you have to understand that we are in an environment where the world is dumping dollars. We are in an environment where the world is de-dollarizing, dumping treasuries. They no longer want to use the dollar as global trade. And so you're going to start to see this pace accelerate, where people are converting dollars into assets. And it's going to be at such a rate that the manipulation is no longer having an effect on the market. And these things are going to take off, because this is the real money. This is the underpinning of the whole global financial system. It's not just America that uses gold. Gold and silver is money in Africa, Asia, Europe, the Americas. It's constitutional money. Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution. It's biblical money from Genesis to Revelations. Like, this is something so powerful. This is the Achilles heel to the whole debt-based fiat financial system. And it's collapsing right before our eyes. We tell people all the time, you think you're saving silver, but it's silver that's going to save you.
That's it right there.
So
all right. So
yeah, go ahead.
Central bank buying is a more potent factor in the gold market, because the appetite of the banks for gold appears to be running at a near record level for the 3rd successive year, with China's central bank adding 160,000 ounces to its reserve in March, the 17th straight month of buying. Guys, if you are not buying massive amounts of gold and silver right now, you are basically saying you are smarter than China's central bank. They are preparing for what's coming. They are setting their people and their country up. I'm not saying I love China, but they're smart. They basically beat us at everything, right? I don't know what our government's doing at this point, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But they obviously know what they're doing, okay? They have risen from poverty to, the number one, number two country in the nation in the last 30, 40 years. They are smart with their money. They know what they're doing. Don't do what they say, do what they do.
Well, look, we're going to start to see more countries like Zimbabwe back their currency by gold. They just came out. I don't know if you're going to pull that up, but Zimbabwe just came out and a couple of days ago, and their currency is now backed by gold in Zimbabwe. That's huge. Okay, when we start to see countries in Africa, and understand something, when you look at a lot of the wars that are being fought, they were all fought over gold. All fought over gold. Even the Nazis invading, it was all about the gold. And when you look at what's going on right now in Africa, it's always about the resources. It's about the gold. These assets, these rare earth minerals. And so now when you start to see countries in Africa backing their currencies by gold and these resources, what are people going to want to hold? A currency that's backed by gold or a currency that's backed by nothing? The reason that the dollar got the world reserve currency status in the first place, it was because it was a certificate for gold. It was an IOU for gold. You had the dollar, it was as good as gold because you can exchange it and get gold. Gold is what the world wants. Gold is the value. Gold is the money. So are you going to take a currency that's backed by nothing, or are you going to take a currency that's redeemable for actual physical gold, right? That's what BRICS is moving to. That's what the world is going to. Yeah, you pulled it up right there. Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I did not know this.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Zimbabwe just introduced a new gold-backed currency in an attempt to fight inflation and wean off the U.S. dollar. Zimbabwe's central bank has introduced a new currency called ZiG to combat high inflation. This is Zimbabwe's sixth attempt at a new currency since 2008. The African nation is aiming to phase out its multi-currency system where the U.S. dollar is dominant.
Yep. And so what we can see while you read that, if there's any other highlights, but what we have is that this is Zimbabwe backing their currency by gold. Other countries, okay, that are now waking up to the exploitation that Europe and France and a lot of these countries are doing, and they're no longer allowing them to exploit them and rape them for their resources. They're no longer taking their rare earth minerals, shipping them to Europe, let them be refined and with refineries in Europe, and then shipping them back to Africa and paying premiums and things. No, that's over. Those days are over. Africa is a powerhouse. They're going to be a first world nation. America is falling behind a lot of European countries, especially up in Europe. Okay. When you look at the G7 chart and you look at the BRICS chart, as far as GDPs, BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, African countries, they're on the way up. They're on the way up. They actually are surpassing in GDP what the G7 nations are doing. The West is in a decline. So that's why you have to see these trends. When you see these trends, then you understand where the world is going in the next 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, and how you need to position yourself. You see, now it's in your mind as opposed to you just going about your day, months, weeks, years are just passing you, and you're just doing what your parents did. Went to work, contributed to the 401k, took a vacation if you could, and just thought everything was going to be fine because we're in America. No, the time has changed because we're in the West. The time has changed. You have to wake up to the reality of the situation. You have to move differently. And it's not a get rich overnight type of thing. This is a conscious, way of life of securing your financial future and building wealth, constantly, continuously, consistently saving in physical silver and gold, getting into crypto. And then you find yourself over year 2, 3, 4, or 5, more financially secure because you save more money than you ever could have in real money, in gold and silver, because you've made certain strategic investments in crypto. And over the 12, 24 months during the bull market, these assets are worth way more than what you got them at. This is the play. If you don't have a play, we're giving you the play.
And I think one of the best things, I was talking to somebody about this last week, one of the best things about gold and silver is you can always liquidate it, but it's just a little bit difficult to make you disciplined to save, right? Because if you just have dollars, whether it's cash or money in your bank, It's very easy to spend. You press a button now on your phone,
Yep.
and it's gone.
Yep.
So having physical gold and silver makes you be disciplined to actually save your money.
Facts. I've saved more
So
money in gold and silver than I ever have in saving in cash, because I'm gonna think twice
Yep.
before I go down the street and liquidate these bricks. Okay, I'm gonna think twice. You know, when I got these coins, I'm gonna think twice. You know, do I really need to liquidate this coin to go spend the money on a liability or instant gratification or whatever it is that I think I need the money for? You know what I'm saying? Or am I going to realize now I'm not going to sell my asset, you know, for a liability or for an expense or for short-term gratification? I'm going to just hold on to the asset. It's the best way to save. I'm telling you right now, if you have not started saving in gold and silver, you've never been saving, because a dollar doesn't save value anyway. So thinking that you're saving dollars and you're actually saving is like an oxymoron. How do you save something that doesn't save value? You know, it's just, it doesn't make sense to me. You don't save in dollars. Dollars are for spending. You know what I'm saying? You spend, I can save dollars and I'm saving it, but it's buying me less over time. So why am I saving it? I need to do something with it to where it's going to grow and appreciate and put me in a better financial position. You know, so.
Facts. So anyways, their 6 to 12 month topside level towards our bull case scenario is $3,000 ounce for gold, 32 ounce for silver. I think the silver one is probably pretty low. This will be our last article tonight, but this one made me happy. If you guys know us, you know that, listen, gold is great, but silver is where it's at. Okay, silver is our love, our passion. I think it's spiritual even. And so when I saw this, I was like, the people in India get it. Okay, India used to be big into just saving little pieces of gold, and I think they're making the switch now to silver. So India's February silver imports hit record and set to rise 66% this year. Let me blow this up a little bit. India's silver imports surged by 260% in February to a record high as lower duties encouraged large purchases from the UAE. Government and industry officials told Reuters, adding they were on track to increase by 66% this year. Higher demand in India, the world's biggest silver consumer, could support global prices trading near their highest in 3 years. India imported a record 2,295 metric tons of silver in February, up 637 tons in January, said a government official who declined to be named. India imported 939 tons in February alone from the UAE as traders bought large volumes to benefit from a lower duty, the official said. The country's silver imports surged to 2,932 tons in the first 2 months of 2024, compared to 3,625 tons for all of 2023. So Mims, they have all in 2 months, they have almost imported as much silver as they did the entire last year, guys. And again, these assets are limited. There was only so much. So when people wake up and start getting this, like Mims said, it's going to become unattainable. Yeah. Unobtainium is what silver will become. Mims, your take.
Well, folks, we're trying to, we're trying to let you know, these are clues. That's just India. That's just India. We already told you what other countries are doing. There are more countries that are doing the exact same thing. They're buying more gold and silver than they ever have in any time period in history. Even when we look at some countries like Mexico, I won't be surprised if they've been wanting to back the peso back by silver for quite some time now. It used to be backed by silver. This is where it's going. And I honestly believe that a lot of these forecasts are massively undervalued and moderate, especially when we consider the war, escalation of war, especially when we consider the financial crisis and the deepening expansion of this financial crisis, this global reset, right, that's going on, monetary reset that's going on, especially when you add on just the, BRICS and what they're doing and de-dollarization and everything else. There's so many, nobody knows exactly. It's just like them telling you inflation is going to stay at 2%. Inflation is transitory. That's what they told you. Janet Yellen. Yeah, well, the data and inflation is transitory, BS. Now they have to come out and tell you, no, inflation is not transitory. Actually, we got it wrong. Oh, we're going to be able to, keep inflation down, and we're going to do all this. And they don't know what they're doing, folks. They really don't know. No. And they hope that you don't know neither. But we're going to make sure that, we put you on the right track because we care.
So the last thing here is India's imports could rise to 6,000 tons in 2024 from last year's 3,625. So basically doubling, driven by robust demand from the fabrication and solar industries, he said. Because again, guys, silver is the biggest industrial metal. It is the best conductor of electricity. It has over 10,000 uses. Okay. If silver was not available, our world would completely change. Thacker said people were also buying metal for investment purposes, believing it will provide higher returns than gold. That is what I believe. That's why I probably have 95% of my metals in silver, probably more, to be honest with you, 98% in silver versus gold. And maybe that's a live we do next week, Mims, is just why, we are so much, gold's cool and everything. But for me, silver is where it's at. If you look at the gold to silver ratio, meaning how many ounces of silver do you need for 1 ounce of gold? Historically, that was about 15 to 1, 15 to 20 to 1. So you needed 15 ounces of silver to get 1 ounce of gold. Right now, that's like 90. You need 90 ounces of, actually it might be more now, 90 ounces of silver to get 1 ounce of gold. Gold is at its all-time high now. Silver's all-time high was $50, and we're at like 28 right now. So we can almost double, and we're just going to barely hit our all-time high, not to mention the use cases that silver has that's so much more necessary. So, I mean, for me, Mims, it's just a no-brainer. You need to be getting physical silver delivered to your house at least once a month, if not more.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody's watching this and they're wondering, okay, well, first you should already know why you need to get silver and gold. Now you should also know that you want to make sure you reach out to us or whoever shared this video with you, because we have the best price on the planet. There's no company that is beating our prices, okay, for silver, gold, platinum, and palladium. I don't know where you're getting it now or if you're getting it, but you want to make sure you get it from where we're getting it, and we're going to help make sure that you get it at the best price. And silver is the asset that you should be accumulating more than anything, okay, more than gold. Okay, 90% portfolio silver, 10% gold. Okay, if you ask me, silver is the most undervalued physical asset on the planet. Its use cases are in the thousands. Its demand is increasing as we move into this technological revolution. Okay, with more technology, robotics, AI, I mean, everything, it needs silver. Silver is it's in clothing. It's in, like, obviously we mentioned solar panels. It's in healthcare. I take colloidal silver anytime I, feel a little something, antimicrobial, it's antibacterial, antiviral. Okay. Silver has so many use cases, and there's only so much of it. It's not a lot. I'm just telling you right now, it's not a lot. And as the demand increases, while the above available supply continues to be low, this is why we're going to see an explosion and continue to see growth in these assets. So, we hope that you guys, really, pick up what we're putting down, really grasp the magnitude of where we are in the economy, why you need to start saving in silver, and of course, why you need to start creating cash flow, additional streams of income. Because I tell people all the time, if all you have is gold, silver, and crypto, and you don't have cash flow, it's just a matter of time before you end up liquidating those assets, because you need to live. You need to maintain your status of living. And that's not the objective. The objective is to build wealth and leverage wealth to get more wealth and create generational wealth in the process. So you got to have cash flow. And so that's why I get excited about what we're sharing, because we're sharing with you not only how to get it, where to get it at the best price, but we're also showing you how we're making thousands of dollars, living tens of thousands of dollars off of companies that are helping people get gold and silver at the best price possible. So make sure you reach out to us. It's going to be a fun ride, folks. It's going to be a lot of distractions, a lot of chaos. It's up to you where you're going to find yourself on the other side of this paradigm, on the other side of this reset. You know, you're either going to have or you're going to have not. Okay. You know, when they say they want you to own nothing and be happy, they're setting that up. And we want you to own your assets. You know, that's why in metals, we say, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. You know, that's why in crypto, we say, not your keys, not your crypto. You want to become an owner. You want to own these assets. And we're going to help you get them and get them at the best price and put you in position to create some cash flow in the process.
So I got to show you guys this. Okay. I got to brag about how we have the best deals. Okay. JM Bullion is one of the biggest dealers on the internet. So right now, if you go to them and you want to buy a Canadian maple leaf with your credit card, because no one's going to use a check or wire, you're going to pay $35.73. Okay. Now, Mims, can you guess what our company costs right now for a maple leaf?
I don't know. What is it? On spot? What is it?
It's close. It's close. Right now, guys, it is under $30 from our plug, our source, for a silver maple leaf. Under $30 with spot at $28.32. We are still under $30. That is more than $5 cheaper than JM Bullion, guys. That's 15% off of this price of one of the biggest dealers in the world.
You've seen American Gangster, right, Mike? You know Frank Lucas, right? You know why he made all that money and took over like he did? Because he had a better product at a cheaper price. We have the same product at a cheaper price, and the demand is going crazy. So all these people who are buying gold and silver at Costco, JM Bullion, SD Bullion, goldsilver.com, their local dealer down the street, all these people are overpaying for the same product that we offer and ship to your home, ship internationally, and you're paying significantly less for it. Same product. We showed you just in that example, almost $5 per coin on that Silver Eagle.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so now imagine you being a distributor, having a home-based business, okay? And you helping people get that asset. You are affiliated with that company that's allowing people to get gold and silver at cost at the best price, right? Okay.
That's it, guys. It's that simple. We want to see you win. So again, if somebody shared this video with you or send this to you, get back to them, get your membership. If you're following one of us, reach out to us and we'll show you how to get that membership so you can start getting real money at the best and lowest prices around anywhere that you can find. All right, Mims, I'm good. Any last words tonight?
Look, folks, we just had the solar eclipse go down. There's a lot going on with, Ukraine, a lot going on in the Middle East, a lot going on in the financial sector. We just make sure that every day you give thanks. We give thanks for life, spend time with your family, count the blessings. There's all type of negative forces that are trying to attack you because of who you are, what you know, and what you're going to do. And it doesn't want you to be who you are. It doesn't want you to do what you're about to do. It doesn't want you to create that wealth and be that change in your family that you can be. And so know that and walk in strength and faith and power and just give thanks every day. And just be blessed, man. Just be excited because we all have challenges and there's more challenges to come. But our future is brighter because of who we are and what we decide to do with the time and the information that we have. So, and I'm fired up and excited, man. Lace up. Let's get wealthy. We're going to catch you on the next live stream.
Amen, brother. Keep dreaming bigger, guys. Have an awesome week. Get into the SKOOL. I'm going to be dropping some fire crypto calls, and we want to see you guys win.